Are we functioning now, game? Are we functioning now, computer? Is everything working? Have all the technical issues like gone? Hello and welcome to episode 42 again of the Shelf Reviews. I'm your host, Ian Buckingham, and I want to apologize for obviously anybody who's been here this morning like, Ian, what the hell is going on? And I'm like, I don't know. You know, I did what I always do and came online. Headshots with a bow. I need my bow. Artex, I need my bow. I'm sorting it out, Gary. I'm pretty sure I'm on now, and I'm playing. I had to restart the computer like 3 times. I had to get an update for the Xbox, and I thought that was going to be a problem. And then OBS couldn't connect to server. Literally, that's what it just said to me as it popped up. It said can't connect to server, and I'm like, I don't even know what that means. What server? Are you connecting to the internet? Are you connecting to YouTube? Are you connecting to the Xbox? There was at one point where I hit start streaming and it just grayed out. And there was nothing else. So, like, oh god, there's a guy coming up behind me with a bow. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? He's over. There he is. Got him. Nailed a person with a bow. Okay, got that challenge. Yeah, I don't really need to stay for this. So I'm just gonna... I missed him again. I missed him again. But I got the challenge, so I don't know if I should really drop out this game. But how are you all this morning? I hope you're all having a good morning, unlike me, who obviously was dealing with enough technical issues to, to fuck up Skynet then. I want to apologise for not being on last Friday, like I said I was going to be. Like I said, I had to go to work on Friday, and I ended up going into a meeting with my bosses. Nothing major, it's just stuff like I'm being moved around in my area, basically. And so it was a case of go speak to them, find out where they wanted me to go. Shit. Go, you motherfucker. Go and sort out work. And then by the time I got back on Friday, it was like 10:30, and I'd already set up some stuff. Got him. Go for the armor. 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 Get the pistol out. Ah, you mother fudger. Yeah, so I just had a load of stuff to do on Friday, and then ended up coming back and doing the streak, and then just gotcha. Oh, go drop the armor. Go, get the armor. Got it. Where's the person? There's a person there. Got it. Where's the other guy? There's the other guy. Shot him in the head. There's a guy behind me. Where is he? There he is. In the face. That was in the face. That guy killed the other guy. Sorry, it's kind of intense at the moment. Over here. The guy. Got that guy. Got that guy. Oh, motherfucker. Oh, he took my armor off. So. But like I said, I hope you all had a really good weekend. We played some Jaws at the weekend, the Jaws board game. That was a lot of fun. A lot of people got eaten. A lot of the shark got destroyed. Get him. Oh, motherfucker. Where's he gone? Duck. No. Ah, you motherfuckers. Oh, I need to use the bolt action. The bolt action is a really good rifle. yeah, 5 shots with it. Where's the other suit? The other suit's over here. Where is he? He's coming over the hill. Got him. Oh, I turn around and get blown up by explosive dynamite. So, obviously, you know, keep me informed if the audio is fine, if it's not too fine, if there's any problems. I'm trying to fix it as best as I can from what I've got here. Oh, come on, you fucker. Golden armor is such a badass. I'm keeping an eye on the chat at the moment as well. I can see Gary's in there. Hey, Brian Parent. Hey, DMC Campbell. I saw a couple of the other guys were on the other video as well. I don't know if they've just kind of buggered off and gone, oh, he's not going to be on today. I am on. I just, you know, like, I'm not a technical whiz. You know, somebody says to me, hey, PCs are the best thing ever, and then they stop working, and I'm like, how is that helpful? Where's that guy? The guy over there. He's got the I'm under fire. I'm under fire from the other guy. Oh, don't you start as well. I literally just got on, and you were asleep 10 minutes ago. You must have heard me start talking and thought, well, who else is down here? I'll come down and just make my presence felt. No, go away. It's too early for treats. I'm not, too early for treats, cat. Go on. Right. Where are we? Well, I'm definitely not winning this game, but I got the challenge. There's a fucking golden armor over here. Let's go over here and get this golden armor instead. This guy's gonna come rejuve there. Where's the armor? The armor's there. Go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Got him. Thank you. Got the golden armor. Oh, and I got that headshot too. Okay, where's this other guy? This guy's coming up the top of the hill. There's 2 of them. There's 2 of them. Got you. And then now your friend as well. Get him too. Where's this guy? There he is. Oh, fucking missed him. Got that guy. Right, running around like a madman. Hey, Matt Midgley, morning. Ah, fucker. Springfield rifle with an explosive round. That'll put me down. Man, I watched Life last night for the first time. Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence. Playing a couple of friends who are wrongfully... Motherfucker, I cannot kill that guy. They're wrongfully committed. Hey, boss, how you doing? They're wrongfully committed, put in for a crime that they didn't commit. And shit. Have I got any explosive? Yeah, I have. Come on, motherfucker, where are you? Gotcha. Go! Go, 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 go! Got it. Yeah, they're wrongfully, obviously, imprisoned. Oh, missed him! I missed him! Oh, got me with the second shot, the bastard. They're wrongfully, I saw your video clip of you getting that griefer. Oh, thanks, Campbell. Yeah, I saw it, yeah. That guy picked the wrong day to pick on me. But yeah, no, what was I saying? So, oh, come on. That was not an explosive arrow. I got him on fire, I put him on fire. Hey Aaron J, how you doing? Where was I? That's right, Life with Martin Lawrence and Eddie Murphy. It's the first time I'd ever seen it. And I seen a clip a couple of weeks ago on YouTube with Eddie Murphy talking to one of the prisoners in there, and this prisoner is a gay prisoner. Hey, Daydreaming Davey. Yeah, I like them standing on the beer bottles as well. I like that scene last night. And now, obviously, he's talking to this gay guy, and it's 1945. It's a great line by Eddie Murphy. He says, "Hey, man, it's 1945. Everyone's changing. You know, the whole world's changing." And I'm like, "Oh, how wrong you are." But it's the scene where, obviously, Cookie, the young gay prisoner, he's got his release forms to go, and he doesn't want to leave. You know, he doesn't want to leave his friends. He doesn't want to go home to his mum, because how is he going to explain himself? And so he just literally just runs out past the gun line and gets shot by the guards. And I saw that scene, and I was like, wow, that was really kind of, you know, it does kind of hit home emotionally. The story that they're trying to tell. And then I saw it on Netflix last night, and I thought, oh, you know what? Yeah, let's give it a chance. And so I put it on, and I watched it all the way through. Yeah, can I have your cornbread? That guy, the black actor, the guy who plays the bully, just made me laugh, because I'm like, where have I seen your face before? And I realized that it was he's the guy who gets kicked in the balls right at the beginning of Bad Boys by Martin Lawrence. He's that guy. How'd you like that? Wesley Snipes, passenger 57, motherfucker. Love that line. And he's also one of the footballers from The Replacements. I don't know if any of you have seen The Replacements with Keanu Reeves, where they basically, all these badass footballers end up leaving the game, leaving the team, because they don't like not being paid as much as they should be getting paid. And so Gene Hackman has to hire a bunch of, like, you know, non-professional footballers. Morning, Colin McGarry. And this actor is one of them. Actually, it's him and his brother. You gonna play football? We gonna play foosball. That's a great film. The wife and I decided yesterday that we are going to start Christmas early this year. Take that fine brandy. I don't know if any of the rest of you find it, where, like, Christmas when you were younger used to last for ages. Where is it? Over here? It's vibrating more and more over here. Like, Christmas, I remember, I swear to God, when I was younger, Christmas lasted like 4 weeks. You know, I came off on holiday, and then it was, oh, pardon me. You know, it was like ages to come back, to go back to school. It was like 4 weeks, and so you had like this whole holiday to play with all your toys and watch all the films and things like that. And I said to the wife this year, I said, you know what? I've noticed a lot of, you know, you notice Christmas starts early, don't you? Okay. Have I frozen? Is that frozen? I can't seem to get that to see. Okay. Just checking, because I mean, it looks to me like the screen has frozen. So the live dashboard can you guys still hear me? Like, I don't know if you guys can still hear me. I saw Davey's comment pop up, and I saw everyone say hi, Davey. The video to me seems to have frozen my screen. So I'm going to head to Valentine quickly. Yes. So you all can hear me. Has the screen frozen for you? We can hear you. You can hear me, but you can't see. Lately our Christmas go by in half a day. Yeah. Is the stream still going? Like, I'm writing to Valentine. Matt Midgley says, no, the stream's not going anymore. Okay, so, like, no, like, how is this my fault? Like, you can see me riding towards Valentine, yeah? It's frozen for a short while. We can see, this is why I need you guys to obviously, like, all good our end, Iain. Stream all good. Okay, well, I'm just going to keep going, because on my screen, I can see the, like, I've got my live dashboard YouTube screen up and running, and it says stream health green live, but it's frozen on the Fool's Gold match. It's still streaming in Beijing, sound and audio. Good. Okay, so I'm just going to keep going until you guys tell me otherwise, and I'm just going to keep reading the chat. Anyway, so this year, obviously, Christmas starts like November for some people. You know, they put their trees up, they put the decorations up, and I gotta admit, I I start picking up stuff early, Christmas shopping wise. You know, because you never want to leave it to the last minute. I hate leaving stuff to the last minute. And I said to the wife, "Oh, there's a train there," and that reminds me I should activate the posse. I said to the wife, I said, "You know what? This year we're putting up our decorations early," and she's like, "What do you mean early?" Because she normally likes to leave them like a week before we come off on holiday from our jobs. And I said to her, I said, "Look, you know, I just want to, I want to really enjoy it this year. I want to really enjoy the Christmas spirit. So, first weekend, lol, sound and video. What is it we're talking about? And I want to this year. I want to the first weekend of December. The first week of December. Sorry, I'm putting up the decorations. Because Sella claw? It's a bear claw, isn't it?
Seems everyone with a
Yeah.
is hunting these.
Simply because I really want to enjoy it this year. Aaron J, I hate Christmas. Okay, Aaron J, why do you hate Christmas? What is it that you don't enjoy about Christmas? Because, like people say, like, I hate Christmas, and I'm like, you know, is it the holiday itself that you hate, that you know, people are spending way too much? You know, even if you're on your own, like I spent a few Christmases on my own actually. Before obviously I met the wife, and after I'd left my family, my mum had passed away, and the family were just all doing their own thing. So there was a couple of years where I was just not doing anything at Christmas, and it was wonderful. Like, I need to speak to players as well. Is there anybody in town? No. So I would really just get into the Christmas spirit. The waste, the greed, the commercialism, the same shitty songs every year, and I'm an atheist anyway. Okay, right. I'll go with all of that, right? Okay, so I'll agree that people can be very wasteful, but how is that any different to what they are during the rest of the year? Other than maybe they do it a little bit more at Christmas time. The greed, Christmas has always been about overindulgence. We spend 360 odd days of the year fucking not overindulging, and now you're telling me that, like, you know, I'm not allowed to eat greedily at Christmas? That's just the way it is. The commercialism, yes, I'll agree. It's just another thing to sell toys. But we are talking about the human race where people lie to their children to be good just to get presents. You know, that's commercialism before commercials were even commercials. You know, Santa's gonna come, and if you don't do as he says, you're gonna get coal. And the family's like, "Man, we really need some coal this year, so you best be a little, you know, bit of a bastard." I best save this guy. Bang! Saved your life, man. Don't shoot that guy. Oh, nice. Oh, got him, Izzy, man. And that one. And that one. Right, don't shoot me, dude. Don't shoot me. Can I emote you? Oh, he's doing the cut sequence. And what was the last one? The same shitty songs every year. Yeah, the same shitty songs every year always get me, because I'm just like, man, like, I used to really believe in I wish it could be Christmas every day, and then my mum explained it to me that, you know, the money behind it would just be crazy. I need to emote to you. Why can't I emote to you? No, I want to emote to this guy. Hey, friend, how you doing? No, not the horse, the guy. I don't think I can target you because you're evil. Ah, there's a guy. Hello. For me? Hey, you talking to me, friend? Friend, I need to talk to you. I need one more emote. Oh, you son of a bitch. Alright, you all saw that. He shot me first. So I'm gonna blow this motherfucker's head off. Come on, Artex. Where are you? Like, I'm just emoting to people and you're gonna shoot me for that? Man, both of you are really low levels, aren't you? 57. You're all part of the fucking 150 characters. Did you shoot that other guy for me? Where's your friend gone? Hmm. There he is. Which one is it? Which one shot me, you little bastard? Mr. Z. Itchy Coulter. I'm going for you, little fucker. I'm pretty sure it was this little bastard who shot me, so I'm going for him instead. Sorry, I'm determined now. Back to Christmas. Love Christmas. Always love Christmas. I love hiding indoors anyway, and Christmas gives me that reason to actually do that and overindulge. And it is nice. Like, I know that some people have difficulties with families and stuff, but you know, coming from a guy who did have issues with family as well, like, I think it's more the fact that at Christmas time you need to take time for yourself. You've done another 360 days through the year, you know, and so you've earned the right to kind of just chillax. And Christmas gives you that chance, doesn't it? Christmas gives you the ability to. Motherfucker. That's what you get for shooting me, you bastard. Emote somebody and you just get shot in the back for it. Sons of a bitches. Lots of depressed people around the holidays. One of the worst times to be working. Yeah, now that I think is more the human nature aspect of it. Is he coming after me? He's thinking about it. You know, the human the human element can kind of ruin Christmas a little bit, I find. Where obviously it must be a difficult time for some people who have problematic families and things like that. And maybe they've had some terrible experiences at Christmas. But you've got to be careful of what you do. Like I said, because of the whole overindulgence aspect of Christmas, you know, people who have negative emotions will latch onto that and then overindulge on, say, alcohol. I'm just looking at Boss at the moment. Christmas and holidays in general, those times that you can see both the best and worst in people. Exactly. But you've got to do it. You've got to take it for yourself. You know, you've got to take that time. I say Christmas, holidays, the especially winter. Like it just saw. Hey, Funny Magatao. Hey, Silver Spike. For me, it just plugs up how lonely a person can be. Is it any wonder so many ring the Samaritans at Christmas? Yeah, you know, people get lonely at Christmas because you know we're kind of expected to stay indoors because of the cold. But I thrive on being on my own. I think it's because so many people don't want to talk to me. No, I'm only joking. But like when I was younger at Christmas time, it was such a great thing to just sit in all day and just watch films. And so when I was on my own over Christmas time and people were going off to their families, I thrived on being alone. You know, people would say to me like, "Hey, you're gonna have to come over and spend time with us," and I'm like, "Why?" And they're like, "Oh, because you know you're supposed to do that at Christmas," and I'm like, "I'm good. I really am. You know, it was Christmas Eve yesterday, and I stayed up until 3:30 in the morning doing what? Fucking drinking and watching films, and then I woke up really late Christmas Day and I had a sandwich, but that was cool because it was a special sandwich I made. You know, is that all you ate for Christmas? No, I ate half a box of Quality Streets as well. It's it's more for the kids as well, isn't it? It is more for the kids. You know, like they're I suppose Christmas is that one time I absolutely love having children. I'm looking for a bear, so I think I need to head to there. Yeah, I'll head there. Like it's a lot of work to do Christmas for children as well. You're a total Hufflepuff, Ian. I always kind of figured of myself as a Ravenclaw, but well, I can be kind of Slytherin some days as well. I just love putting on some of the old classic films at Christmas. Me too, and like I said, me and the wife, we decided this year that the first of December, we are gonna just watch Christmas movies every day leading up to Christmas. And we're not even gonna watch the standard ones. Like you've got your classics, you've got your Die Hard, your Lethal Weapons, your Scrooged, your Home Alones, your Muppets Christmas Carol. You got all those. But the wife and I decided that we're actually going to find like the first Christmas movie we see with the word Christmas in the title, it goes on, regardless if we've seen it or not. Because like yesterday we watched a film called The Christmas Train while we were having our lunch. And basically, it was about this journalist who is going on a journey from somewhere to Los Angeles on a train. And while he's on the train, it gets caught in the snow, and he has to basically bond with everybody. And it's, he spent most of his life alone, but now he's met the woman of his dreams on the train, and yada yada yada. He's gonna get with her towards the end. But it was so cheap. It was one of those cheap ass. Hey, we're gonna make a Christmas movie in July, and then we're gonna put it out because that's what they do. And there was a couple of sequences where the main guy, and the girl that he's in love with, the train has been caught in the snow, and so they have to trudge out into the snow to look for help. And while there's something around here. While they're going around, I'm looking at the snow and I'm like, there's something wrong with that snow because they're supposed to be in the middle of a blizzard and the snow's not settling on them or anything. It's kind of weird. There's something really weird about the snow. And when I looked at it closely, I realized that it was actually foam. They were just foam was being shot around the camera view, and these people were walking around in it. And every now and again, the foam would actually land on them, and you would see that it's not melting; it's actually just kind of water. It was it's really. But I said to the wife, I said, we need to do more. We need to do more of these cheapy ass, poor man's Christmas movies over December. This way. Like I do really love Christmas. I like just the aspect of not having to go out the house. I work Christmas as well. Whoa, I've just no. Okay, Anaka, hi, and I was wondering if you and Gary are going to cover any of the Saw movies. Yes, I say it's Anaka. I mean, it's Anakin. It's in Russian, so I'm sorry if I get it pronounced terribly wrong, but obviously I'm just looking at what it is on there. We are planning on doing the Saw movies possibly for a Halloween special at some point in the future. I've just watched the video's catching up with itself. I'm just watching my video catch up with itself. So I hope you're all following me to my little marker. But yes, we will obviously be looking into Saw in the future because it's such a great series. Our first filming into Fest Movies is Watership Down. We watch it every November. How, Davey? Like Watership Down's a great movie, but I wouldn't say it's a Christmas movie. It's certainly not festive at all. I mean, I feel like breaking into song with Bright Eyes. Burning like fire. Love that sequence. Like that will break you as a child. That will really break you. I almost watched Christmas with the Cranks last night, but part of me just like Christmas with the Cranks with Jamie Lee Curtis and um, Tim Allen. Sorry, it's Tim Allen. But I just felt like it was too early. It was real too early, so I turned it off and I put life on instead. There's usually a bear around here. There's something over there, so keep my Springfield handy just in case that bear does come out. I don't hear it at the moment. There is a character over here. There's a thing there. I'll take the vulture egg. Ooh. Let's see if I can emote this guy. Hey, friend. Hey, friend, how you doing? Hey, and I got the challenge. There's something else around here. I can hear it. Where is it? Is it in here? Something nearby. That was something. I just saw something pop up. Like, I'm stood right on top of it. Where are you? Where is it? Don't do it! I'll blow you away too. Oh, where are you? You pointing? It's on the other side. Hey, man. Like, I can feel it vibrating, but I can't see it at the moment. So I'm gonna try out here. Like, I saw it just a minute ago, and I can. Oh, is that the dead body there? I can't. I'm on it at the moment. Alright, okay, let's try outside. It would have popped up else, wouldn't it? Where is it? Where is it? It's around here somewhere. Like, my joypad is vibrating like mad. Maybe up in the... Okay, climb up. Difficulties of gaming. Chapter 1. Walking on something that isn't supposed to be designed to be walked on. Oh, what about in the chimney? Alright, don't... There we go. Examine chimney. There we go. Ian, do you guys have Taco Bell? And Ian, no, the franchise war has not made it over here yet, but we are looking into getting one, I believe. Like there were reports a while ago that there was something else nearby as well. Something over here. There were rumor reports that there is supposed to be a Taco Bell coming to Plymouth. Like I can hear it. You guys can probably hear it too. The jingling and the jangling. Like there's three things around here. Was that Wisteria? That's Wisteria over there? There, Wisteria. That's right. But yeah, we're just waiting for it to come out. And then obviously we'll get the three shells over here as well. That'll be nice at some point. What's your favorite fast food joint, Ian? Oh, I don't know really. Like, I like fast food, but over the years, I suppose I've kind of been mentally poisoned, shall we say, by the world to say that fast food is bad. Like I'll eat at McDonald's, you know, I'll eat Burger King, I'll eat Subway, pizza, and all that kind of stuff. I suppose Subway might be my favorite because I can see it getting made there. But I grew up I grew up in a time where obviously fast food was really horribly looked at, and then it took 20 years for them to actually clean their act up. Um, so it's like now I'll walk into a McDonald's and I'm still watching everybody really closely about how they deal with my food because, you know, one of them could spit in it at any point, which is fucking disgusting. Right, challenges. Sorry, I'm getting distracted here. But I suppose if I really had to choose one, I'd have to go with Subway. Just because it's fresh and I like fresh. Not in the Gaelic spelling, e.g. Iain. Yes. Fuck you. Give me a username. Spell my name wrong. Fuck you. Oh wait. Public service announcement. There is only one I in the name Iain. Yes. If you're spelling it the English way, fuck you. Give me a username. If you spell it the Scottish way, like my parents spelled it back in the day, because they were both from Scotland, they spelled it Iain. Any further on that? You know, are you gonna tell me that like I shouldn't be spelling my name with two I's, even though I've been doing it for 37 years and it's written on my birth certificate as well? You know, I know it must sound really stupid when I go on about it, but you have to realize it's like if your name was Charles, sorry, and I kept calling you Chuck. What is the garlic spelling? The garlic spelling is it's Italian. You know, if I kept calling you Chuck, or if your name was Anne Marie and I just kept calling you Anne, it's like shortening down somebody's name. Where I'm like, my name doesn't need to be shortened down. And when I was in school, there were many different Ians as well. There were many different Ians in in my school, and they all spelt their name with an I missing. And I just got kind of tarnished with that same thing. You know, nobody actually took the time to say, "Hey Ian, how did you spell your name?" Because I'll make the effort to actually spell it. Instead, people over time have gone, "Ah, I just can't be bothered to add the I. I must know better because obviously, you know, I this is the way they spell it. So fuck that guy. I'm not spelling his name the right way." It's like, no, you fucking will, um, because you're gonna upset me. You know. I think your name is Scottish for John. Wow, that'd be cool if my name was actually Scottish for John. Like if my parents were so stupid they just misspelled John with an I. Like Jehovah. But in the Hebrew spelling, Jehovah starts with an I. Bonus points if you can guess what film that's from. Um, yeah, there was this guy who he got me in trouble quite a few times actually because he used to hang around with certain people who were obviously the bad kind of kids. And then when he got in trouble and he got caught, he would say, "My name's Iain," and they're like, "What's your last name?" And he wouldn't tell them that, so they would just write down Iain, and then they would just go around looking for Ians. And obviously, everybody knew my name was spelt differently, but just because I was an Iain, I got pulled in as well. It's like, well, you know, you must be involved in it. Your name's Iain, and I'm like, what? What are you? Wait, what? Sorry, Latin, Hebrew. Yeah, it was one of the languages. I was close. You know, I'm like, what? They don't even have the same hair color as me. You know, he's at least a foot smaller than me. Well, you know, we're just pulling you in because, well, you know, back in the day, in the 80s and 90s, we just kind of did it as a broad thing. You know, it worked for all the lynch mobs back in the fucking 50s, so we figured we'd let it carry on into the fucking 80s as well. And it was such a fucking shit. You know, I spend a lot of my time. I don't need it now. I spend a lot of my time trying to be good, simply because if I'm not good, I'll get in trouble, and I really don't want to get in trouble. There's a lot of hard missions today. Bounties bought in from Lemoyne. Targets bought in more than once. I might only get a couple of challenges today because some of these I'm looking at are quite difficult. Um, didn't find a bear then. I need to find 2 herons. I'm not going to revive any players. But I might rescue somebody in need if I get somebody. I need heralds, so. Only the penitent man will pass, yes. A penitent man is humble. Humble means get on your knees! And he drops down, doesn't he, as that blade goes flying over his head. It's fucking crazy. You have chosen wisely. It's like, alright, okay. Yeah, Davey, I got pulled in school a lot of times, but I never got pulled off in school. That would have been nice, but I was never that lucky. Actually, every time you see a J name in the Bible, in the original Hebrew, it's a Y. Ah. So John is actually Yon, and Joseph is Yosef? Well, yeah, I suppose that kind of does make sense, doesn't it? So, what, it shocks me sometimes to think that religion, stop me if you've heard this one. Religion may have all been started by a woman who had sex behind her husband's back. I mean, yeah, like if we go all the way back to Genesis and stuff like that, but I don't fully believe that there was somebody actually there recording processes of a snake getting a woman to eat an apple. But Mary, Mary says that she was a virgin when she gave birth to Jesus, and science technically proves that is not actually really possible. But she swears blind to her husband that like she never once slept with anybody other than him. And yeah, here we go. She is pregnant. And now we have, she's raising this child now. Like the angels came to the shepherds and told them, like, we're on the nativity now. We're on the nativity. We've gone from Christmas to the nativity. So, if you don't like a Christmas special of this episode, then yeah, sorry. But it's the fact that as well that like the angels came and told the bats. The angels came and told the shepherds about Jesus, right? And said to him oh, there's going to be a baby born, right? And they go there and they deal with that, and the three wise men deal with it as well. And there's supposed to be like a lot of witnesses. Morning, Adam FN. There's supposed to be like a lot of witnesses to like the angels and stuff, but nothing gets said for like 20 odd years until until he's old enough to just walk the land, and decides, oh, I'm not gonna be a carpenter like my dad. I'm just gonna go off and get people to eat bread and fishes and tell them how to be good and live their life and stuff like that. And so part of me is just like, oh, yeah, you killed all the herons, didn't you? Look at those fucking herons. You just left the carcasses. You killed them all and left the fucking carcasses. You moved the headstones, but you left the bodies. You sons of a bitches. Whoa. Who the fuck's that? Sorry, I got a little bit close to that guy there. Oh, there's a lockbox? Ooh, there's a lockbox there. Check this lockbox. What's in the lockbox? Anything? Yeah, there's something there. I need to go around the other side. For fuck's sake, box. Just literally... There's something there. But it boggles my mind that, like there weren't more... His first sermon is when he's 12. Like, Jesus' first sermon was when he was 12. So he had to go 12 years from the day he was born, to... I can't pick that up. I can't pick that up. Oh, I can. Like, he's gone from being born to the age of 12, like, in hiding? Or they're setting it up so that he can do his God thing for, like, the masses? You'd think, like it was a big thing back in the day to obviously Hey, your wife was a virgin when she gave birth? Yeah, well, that's like super special. Like, I honestly have to have sex with my wife to get her to even consider getting pregnant. People were sleeping with their daughters and stuff like that. Um, and then obviously he starts delivering these sermons and he starts telling people to obviously live their lives really, really well. And people start to get the wrong idea of this. They start to hate on it, and obviously it leads to the whole crucifixion of Jesus. And I don't believe in the resurrection. Actually, I don't believe in any of the religious aspects, but I really, really, really don't believe in the resurrection because I'm like if he was resurrected as a spirit, why did he have to move the boulder to get out? Yeah, dear Candy. Yeah, yeah. I'm the son of God, the original pickup line. So, so what do? I'm the son of God. What, like the God? Yeah, the God, like the one and only. No, you can't be. There must be more. No, I'm the only one. So, you know, the angels moved the boulder. Why would the angels move the boulder if he was just going back to heaven? Like I like the Last Temptation of Christ. That's the one with Willem Dafoe, isn't it? Like I watched that as a youngster, and I was like, "Oh, this is a different story take on Jesus." Um, oh, where's that white-tailed buck going? He's gonna get eaten by a fucking. He's gonna get eaten by an alligator, probably. Right, yeah, lady's not being attacked by the alligators, so I'll come back and rescue her in a minute when that spawns. What time is it? 5:20. I got 5:25 bounty, and it is 3:48. Right, okay, so we got a couple hours to wait, and then the herons should really spawn in a bit. That'll be nice. Um, he wasn't going to heaven immediately. First, he visits the apostles. Right. Yeah, but hold on. Right. So the guy gets nailed to a. He gets whipped, stabbed with a spear, and nailed to a cross. And then 3 days later, resurrects. Resurrects himself. Like he resurrected himself, or did God resurrect him? Either way, he's resurrected, and he's gone. Right. Okay. The angel. Oh man, Nazar. Ah, that was lucky. The angels have moved the boulder. They've let me out. Multiple witnesses have seen me. I'm going to go deliver my message to my apostles, and then I'm going to go to heaven.
I don't need any of whatever trouble you're into. Just stay
Like
clear
there
of
are
me.
some, like there are some
There are no members of the
inconsistencies to the
extinguished
story
in
I
my
find.
service.
Just a few
Welcome.
little things that make me go, the storyline to Resident Evil was better. Like I know that probably sounds really bad, but do I need to get some more shotgun rounds? Possibly. I'm gonna get some flight pharaohs actually because I need those.
Done.
It's just a few inconsistencies that make me go, wait, well, what?
I understand.
Yeah, his mission was over, so to speak. Now you'd think, like I think anyway, but I don't know if like it's just me being crazy. But you'd think that if your God, if your father is God and your mother was a virgin when you were born and you helped out as many people as you could and was nailed to a cross and resurrected and obviously delivered the message to the people that you literally could come back to earth at any point then. Yeah, he never did say a bad word about slavery, did he, Aaron J? Like Jesus was after Moses, wasn't he? Like Moses led the Jews across the desert first, and then Jesus was born. Something like that. Um, Satin's whole point was to condemn satin. I'm sorry, I'm trying not to read that as satin, but like I'm like knight in white satin, never leaving the end. I was to condemn mankind as a whole, Jesus becoming a man and living the perfect life to validate our design and our right to life. Now I think that's wrong. I think that's a wrong message. Because God creates so Jesus was born 3,000 years after Moses. Moses has already fucking parted the Red Sea and done all that magical stuff to allow all the people for freedom. And then Jesus comes along and he's the one who gets all the credit. I'm like, dude, that guy led them through the fucking desert for like 40 years. You know, he's lucky they didn't fucking string him up and kill him. But, where was I? Like, the whole thing with the Genesis thing kind of gets me confused. Because, you know, God creates Adam, realizes Adam is very lonely, and so creates Eve. Puts them both into this Garden of Eden and says to them, like, okay, guys, you can do whatever you want. You can eat anything you want in this place. You can do anything. You see that sheep over there, Joseph? Adam, you want to fuck that sheep? Go over and fuck that sheep. You know? Eve, you want to bathe in that lagoon? You know? Then bathe in that lagoon. You go right ahead of girl. You do whatever the fuck you want. Yeah? But I'm giving you free will and freedom to do whatever you want inside this garden, but touch that tree. Do not touch that tree. Do not eat any apples on that tree. Do not fornicate underneath its branches. Don't, don't do anything with that tree, basically. I'm gonna get it. No, I'm not gonna get it. So he basically has given them free will to do whatever they want and then told them not to do something. You know? Like, you, as the creator, you should know that is going to cause issues. You know, you should know deep down inside, like, as a parent, you do not just leave anything lying around for your kids. You don't. You just don't. Hey, Jimmy. Hey, Jimmy, you can play with anything in this room. I brought all your toys down. There's snacks on the table. You know, you can play with all your toys. You can watch anything on the TV. You can do anything. But do not touch my phone. And I've left my phone in a place where you can actually freely get to it. But don't touch it, Jimmy. Now, Jimmy's going to be like, well, obviously I'm going to touch the fucking phone, even though you told me not to do it, because I haven't seen what will happen if I do touch it. And the moment they touch it, the moment Adam and Eve go, let's eat something from the apple, regardless if the snake had anything to do with it or not. I mean, they were tempted before the fucking snake even did it. The snake just kind of convinced them a little bit. And then all of a sudden, they go and eat the apple, and all of a sudden, it's God's wrath, isn't it? Oh my God! Oh me, myself. That's what he should be serving. You know? Oh me, myself. I can't believe you did that. I can't believe you touched something that I specifically told you not to touch. So instead of telling you off and hoping that we can get past it tomorrow, yes, funny Magdo. If you tell your kid not to do something and they do it anyway, don't you get mad? Yes, but I don't banish him from my fucking house. You know? I don't, if I say to Dylan, like, Dylan, you need to tidy your bedroom, and he doesn't tidy his bedroom, I don't kick him out of my house and banish him from my house for the rest of his life. I get a little bit mad. I realize that I'm supposed to be forgiving. Like God forgives, right? That's one of the lessons we took. God forgives. Yeah? But not this time. No, God was like, fuck you. Get the fuck out. You know? Froze them out. Like, no food, no water, no clothes, no, or not that we know of, no nothing. Froze them out into a world in which he has created. You know, he created paradise and he created the world and he threw them out into this world. You know? Oh, well, get the fuck out. Yep, get the fuck out. I'm not going to warn you about the lions and the tigers and the polar bears and fire and lightning and poisonous snakes and everything else I've created. I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to remind you of any of that, even though you were living with it in paradise. I'm just going to throw you out because, well, I'm God and I'm obviously I'm absolutely right. So, herons, nice. And then the thing that gets me is like, Adam and Eve have Cain and Abel, don't they? That's the first two children, I believe, was Cain and Abel. I mean, I don't know much about I don't feverishly read the Bible, so I'm just garnering a lot of it from just past memories. You know, and they create Cain and Abel, and then Cain murders Abel, I believe, and Cain becomes the first vampire. Or supposedly, I suppose. Um, And God doesn't step in at any of these points. Nope, nope. You made your own call. Sorry. And just like again, like as a parent, you know, if your son or daughter rings you and says, "We've had children," you'd go, "Well, I really want to meet them now, don't I?" I'm not going to judge the children on the decisions of the parents. That would be completely wrong. You know? No, he does. He completely judges Cain and Abel just as the parents, and then goes, "Oh, well, it's free choice. You know, Cain can do whatever he wants, really. Cain can do whatever he wants." Well, Cain killed his brother. Yeah, well, that's what happens when you get choice. But aren't you going to punish him? No? Well, yeah, I'm going to punish him. I'm going to turn him into one of the first vampires and make the vampires live amongst you for the rest of their lives. That's a Vampire the Masquerade kind of history there, if you're wondering what the fuck I'm talking about. And this is what gets me. This is what pisses me off massively. Is that as a kid, I wasn't raised on the aspect of religion, but you know, religion was in the background a lot of the times. You know, and I was being fucking held accountable for decisions made fucking 10 million years before. You know, and I'm like, whoa, hold the phone there, matey Joe Bob friend. I wasn't there when Paradise was made. So why am I being judged for Adam and Eve fucking kicking us out of Paradise? How am like I brought this up, but Iain, one of the pillars of Christianity is judging descendants for the actions of ancestors. Right, okay, boss. Okay. Bullshit. Because like it's one of the bullshit rules of Christianity. You know, no, that's absolutely not fair. Because you're literally just then condemning the rest of you're condemning the rest of the family because of the choices of one person. And yet that whole family may spend the rest of their life trying to avoid being that one person. Oh, you were just agreeing. Oh, sorry. I thought you meant I thought you were a Christian, and I was going to be like, whoa. The sins of the father will be visited upon the son. I'm like, I think honestly, like I said, I'm not religious, and I think it's absolute bullshit. But then at the same time, I think all religion is bullshit. You must have faith in yourself. Like you look at the Chinese. The Chinese have got like gods for everything, don't they? Is it the Chinese and the Japanese? They have like gods for everything. Like you can worship. Like you can burn money, and hopefully the god of money will give you more money. Um, but I remember in school, like we used to do religious education in school. Hated religious education. It was just so like it was just one view. It was Christianity. That's all you ever got was Christianity. You know, you got Christianity, maybe a bit of Judaism. You didn't go too well into like any of the other religions because it was a case of nope. There's only one true religion, and that one is God. And I'm like, bullshit. You know, I even sat there with a teacher, and she got angry at me because at the age of like 13, 14, I countered every argument or every point that she made about religion and Christianity. She was a big Christian. I countered every argument. Um, William Joseph. Hey, William Joseph, welcome. I'm playing Red Dead Redemption Adventures. I'm keeping my streak up. I'll just show this new guy because obviously William's first time. I'm keeping my streak up of 190 days, as you can see, 190 days out of 28. William, this is the Off the Shelf Reviews community. Off the Shelf Reviews community. This is William. We started talking about Christmas, and now we ended up talking about religion. And where was I? Yeah, so this teacher, she got so upset with me. She kicked me out of the classroom. She's like, "You have no right to talk like that," because her arguments were like, you know, if you follow the Bible word for word, you'll be good. And I countered that by saying to her, "I've never followed the Bible, and I always try to be good." And then she countered that by saying, "Well, then you are just a couple of steps away from being a Christian, so you should start going to church on a Sunday." And then I countered that by saying, "Well, no, I don't want to go to church on a Sunday because I do find it quite boring and with just one person stand there." And this started to rile her up because I think she was a big church person. And she like I wasn't like yeah, I suppose I was partly trying to just kind of wind her up because it was funny, but at the same time, you could also tell that there was a part of her that fully believed every um, every word that was told to her, every feeling that she had. You know, when she woke up in the morning and she looked herself in the mirror, it was because God made her get up and do it. And I'm the kind of person that goes, fuck that shit. If God makes me get up every morning and have to go to work, then when I do die, me and him are going to have such words because that son of the does not have the right to kind of tell me what I need to do. God is still a significant factor if you don't account for all of the variables or you exclude one of you haven't accounted for all the variables. Well, it's like I always like was it Sherlock Holmes? You know, if you've exhausted all plausible was it all plausible avenues, then the implausible becomes plausible, doesn't it? So, in kind of my own mind, I'm like, if you cannot explain something by the use of anything else, whoa, what the motherfucker just like I wondered why that guy was attacking me. There's something nearby. But I can't stay because the fucking law's here, so I'm gonna have to go. That guy attacked me, so I shot him for no reason. Yeah, the implausible becomes plausible, doesn't it? You know. Um, I watch your reviews. I'm just blindsided by the topic being talked about. Oh, sorry, William. I mean, you know, like I said, we started talking about the shitty technical problems I was having with YouTube. I could not get the stream to run this morning, and then I was talking about Christmas, and then we started talking about religion. Well, we're talking about Christianity mainly. I mean, you know, like I said, I believe in having faith in oneself. You know, I have faith in my ability of doing the right thing when it comes to it. I have grown up without anybody else forcing it on me. I have grown up with the ideal that if I hurt somebody, I in turn deserve to get hurt. You know? Again, to quote Carlin, if you look at history, you'll see that God is one of the leading causes of death. Yes. Religion is one of the leading causes of war as well, you'll find. You know? We're bringing religion to you, so you must accept it or feel our wrath. Like, whoa, hold on, no, what? Yep, sorry. Our God says that you must lie down with your sister's sister, so that you can, you know, do something. It's like, what? No, it's like too much effort. Like, there's a line in the Bible, I think it's in, after Sodom and Gomorrah is destroyed, and the guy leaves with his 2 daughters and his wife. And his wife turns back after they've been told not to turn back. And she turns into a pillar of salt. Like, of all the things to, like, punish somebody with, you turn somebody into a pillar of salt. Like, it would have been a lot better. Like, it would have been a lot scarier if it was a case of, and his wife turned and viewed Sodom and Gomorrah being destroyed, and she herself exploded into millions of pieces. Then you'd be like, whoa! That's fucking crazy. And then he goes up into the mountains with his daughters. And there's a part in the Bible that specifically says, I think it's in the New Testament, where it specifically says, like, he laid with his daughters. You know, they laid with him. And I questioned, like, I was talking to some Jehovah's Witnesses when I was younger. I said to him, I said, so does that mean he had sex with his daughters? Well, yes, he did. I'm like, but that's incest. Oh, but no, not in the way that it's viewed. You know, he didn't know. Like he didn't know, like, there was anybody still alive. They just seen their town get destroyed, and so he thought he was the last man alive. And I'm like, that's not what it says here. You know, that's not what I'm getting from this. I'm getting the fact that the guy had sex with his daughters. You know, he loves you and he needs money. Yeah. Those goddamn Gideons get everywhere with that book, don't they? I love that in them. Yeah, actually, can you? Here's a bonus thing. Those goddamn Gideons get, yeah, those goddamn Gideons get everywhere. Is a line from a film. Can you tell me which film it is? I'll leave you guys to figure that one out while I run around looking for this bear, because this bear's not turned up yet. Is it Life of Brian? No, it is not Life of Brian. Dang, what is it? Those goddamn Gideons get everywhere. I'll give you another clue, okay? I'll give you another clue. Job 3:14. And Aaron J steals it for the win. Yes, it is Mission Impossible, the first one. It's when Ethan Hunt has realised that his boss was in a hotel because he found the Bible. Job 3:14. Sorry, got completely distracted then. This bear is not spawned. I'm looking for a bear. Usually this is a really good spot for a bear. Like, I've run around this area a couple of times and the bear has jumped me and fucking attacked me. Today though, nope. Not a bear in sight. What's up? Badger? Is that a badger? Western grey squirrel. I need small things actually. Small things. There he goes. Where is he? He is. Get my boat. Right. Where are you? Where are you? Gone this way. This way. This way. This way. This way. Gotcha, little bastard. Genesis. We can't dance. I love Genesis as well. No, let's change. Yeah. Unless we want to keep talking about religion, let's talk about music. It does say that they shall not kill, but better rendered as you must not murder, giving moral imperative. Max's daughter Mission Impossible Fallout. Have I seen that one yet? God, there's so many. I remember seeing Ghost Protocol. Rogue Nation. I think Rogue Nation was the last one I watched. If there's a new Fallout, I must have to. I'll have to get it for my wife for Christmas because she loves those. Ian, you may find this believable, but there was a time when I was going to be a priest. Boss, I don't not believe that. Why did you want to be a priest for? Did you look at small children and go, hmm. Sorry, that was completely uncalled for. I don't think that was the case. I love the. I say I love the fact. I don't love the fact, but I do think it is ironically funny that religion is gifted with telling you to be nice to everybody, and yet how many priests have been caught having sex with children? You know, it's like if that was a company. Like, if there was a company out there where its employees kept having sex with small children, the company would be shut down and taken to court and not spoken about ever. Ever, 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 ever. But nope, 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 no, no, not religion. No, not priests, not male priests who have obviously given up their lives, given up their sexual lives for all this time. Nope. They get to like I don't even know if I've ever known of a priest who's ever been arrested and actually imprisoned for it. I don't think I've ever known one. Suffer the little children, come on to me. Mm, yeah, that's a line. Religion is definitely a touchy subject. Huh? No pun intended. Especially when a priest sees more kids walk into a church. Yeah. Like I don't ever like I can kind of stand monks. Like monks are fine, you know. Um, Monks have fully just given up everything. Um, have you seen the movie Doubt? Is that? Oh, crap, there's a bear. Oh shit, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? It's around here somewhere. I can hear it. Where are you? It's around here, isn't it? Can you get around this way? Like you were over here. I just heard you. There's a thing there. Is Doubt the one with like where the woman believes the priests are doing something with the children? She's investigating it. It's a catch you later, Campbell. Um, is that yeah? Is that what's his name? Oh, guy from Synecdoche, New York. Philip Seymour Hoffman. Is that the film I'm thinking about? Yes, with Philip Seymour Hoffman. Yes, yes, I have seen that one. That was uncomfortable to sit through in certain situations. It's what's the female actress? Oh, is it the woman from Devil Wears Prada? Man, I've lost this bear. Goddamn bear. Like, I heard you, bear. You were near me, and then the rain came and you ran. Ran for cover. So, I'm just hunting bear. Meryl Streep, yes. Meryl Streep. Yes, that's the point. Yeah, it's supposed to be. But no, I mean, it was like massively uncomfortable. Because, like, I've only seen it once, but I'm trying to remember. Like, there's no full on evidence pointing towards that this stuff is going on. It's all kind of hearsay, isn't it? It's kind of rumors. But you kind of believe Meryl Streep a lot. Anyway, I liked all the stuff when I was a kid, but then started disbelieving more and more stuff. So I decided for law school and police instead turned out better all around. Yes, definitely, boss. Yes. Um, like, religion should be used to obviously help children overcome diversity. You know, I was unfortunate as a child to only grow up in kind of a predominantly white neighborhood. Um, like I I don't know if any of you are, just in case you are. I don't actually have any ethnic diverse friends, I suppose, other than maybe you guys. Obviously, if you are ethnically diverse, then awesome. I have some now. Um, but I never had like any Chinese friends or any Jamaican friends or British or African American friends or like hold on, I'm going to completely change the subject now actually because it's like my brain's just gone completely confused. Like, oh yeah, just to change the subject, I had a saliva gland removed on Friday. Nice. So does that mean you don't drool as much anymore, or you like I don't even know if like were you drooling too much or like drooling not enough. Where do you live? Where do you live, William Joseph? If we're getting like that. Sorry, no, that's it. Hey, Jay Hines. Um, but no, right, okay, yeah. So a bit confusion. So, I live in the UK. I'm in the southwest. Hey, Mr. Magpie's family. I've just looked out the window and a magpie just flew past. I live in the sunny southwest at the moment. It's a sunny day. So now, right, in America, like you consider, um, like like black people in America are considered African Americans. That's what they say. I mean, um, I get really uncomfortable saying the word black now because of obviously the background that it's supposedly had in the world. But at the same time, I think I'm old enough, and it's been used so much by the people that obviously I speak to that people go, oh yeah, just fucking use it, just don't worry about it. As long as you don't use any other words, I'm like, oh okay then. But like if you consider like a black person working living in America as an African American, like what do you call them living in the UK? Like, is it just African American if they live in America and it's fine for them to be like anything else? Like I've never actually heard anybody go, "Oh, you see that person over there? They're African British," or that person over there, they're African Chinese or African Japanese. They just go, "Oh yeah, that's Fred." Yeah, nah, yeah, nah, Fred's just the black dude. In like America, it's like you have to actually break it down, don't you? I call my black friends black, and they're okay with it. See, now, like that's the thing. Like I think I'd really like if I was in a group of multi-diverse people, like of all different. I think I'd really get along well with them all because, like, partially I'm different as well. Being a redhead, having, um, like I have freckles. Like I wouldn't say I'm predominantly white. You know, um, I'd say I'm more salmon pink actually. But it's I would be able to sit down and because part of me as well has also suffered from some of that kind of ostracization from people. Because people have looked at me in the past and gone, "Oh no, he's a redhead." You know, "Oh, we don't like what like I had Caucasian, as William Joseph put it, Caucasian. I had kids when I was younger not like me because of the color of my hair, and it was kind of like a partial racism. You know, It- I know it sounds really weird to say, but you are ostracized from groups of people because they're all blondes and brunettes, and you're a redhead, and you're Scottish, and you have freckles, and it's just not the way things are supposed to be. Normalcy, I suppose, for them. I never take offense to being called black. I just don't like the term black sport coloured. Yeah, see, I like calling everybody dude. You know, I think it's just so much easier to be like, hey, see those group of dudes over there? You know, it's like what the three Mexicans, the three black people, the four Chinese people, and that one white dude. It's like, yeah, those dudes over there, they're all fine. Yeah, but shouldn't we break them down into diverse groups? No, because they're all human beings. And as a world of one species, technically, shouldn't that be the case? Like, we're all humans? Oh, yeah, totally, totally, yeah, totally. But shouldn't we also, make sure that everything is broken down and labelized so it doesn't get confusing? No. No, we shouldn't. Simply because it just gets way too confusing. Yeah, we are one. Just like William Joseph said, we're kind of legion, aren't we? And I suppose at the same time, this is what goes back to religion, doesn't it? Because over the years, religion has tried to ostracize certain people from their groups, and then those groups have actually found the religion really, really welcoming, and have done better with that religion than the original religious group did anyway. Which I'm just, it does just amaze me after a while, um, like you'll get people who like when you go to church, when people go to church and they're all just sat there. It doesn't matter what color you are, it doesn't matter what color hair you have or skin you have or how much money you have in your pocket. You're all sat there listening to the same thing, wanting the same answers, or maybe not even the same answers, but maybe hope to find something in the sermons to help you. What's that? There's something there. Black-tailed jackrabbit. Yeah, I remember when it was such a big thing for those Scottish bastards for everything. Yep, no scientific basis for the concept of race. Yeah, yeah. Well, you have gods like me, who have been around for a long, long time, but we try not to obviously put ourselves out there because it makes things a bit more confusing. William Justice, have you seen any newer movies? Like, how do you mean, Joseph? I mean, like, oh, what's that up there? What's that supposed to? Ow, it's an owl. Are you just meaning cinema? I never understand why someone would be ostracized for having ginger hair, because I was one of the few people in our school who had full-on ginger hair, and so it was something that everybody could get behind. Yeah, Aaron J, drop it in the chat. I will answer your question in a minute. And I'll answer William Joseph as well. It was one of the things that everybody could get behind it. If you were getting bullied by somebody, then you could really turn it around and bully a ginger person. And it could be something that everybody got around. I mean, like I said, I got bullied by a lot of people. I had to fight a lot of people who were bigger than me, and then weirdly enough, I had to fight people who were the same age and size as me, because they were just trying to make themselves look bigger in front of everyone else. But because I had trouble, because people would come to me looking for trouble, wanting to fight me. Some of my friends didn't want to hang around with me because, well, I could bring trouble to them, basically. Which they didn't like. So I was ostracized by certain groups, which was nice. Yes, new films in the cinema. I went and watched the new Terminator movie. We're not going back onto that one again. Do not, William Joseph, do not see the new Terminator movie in the cinema. Just don't. Just don't. Just don't. Wait for it to come out of DVD. Star Wars Episode 9. Ah, yeah, boss. Sorry, I'll jump on that one. Women only got love for ginger hair once fucking Dana Scully made it cool. Like there were some girls back in the day. There were some girls back in the day who had red hair, and they were kind of caught in the. They were like me. They were kind of trying to hide in the background because fucking people were giving them shit. You know, ginger minge and stuff like that. Ginger balls. Oh, your balls are on fire. Is your dick shaped like a carrot because you're a carrot top? I'm like, no, because the top of a carrot is green, you fucking pleb. The carrot itself is orange. Oh, does that mean you've got an orange dick? Yes, of course it means I've got an orange dick. Because as a ginger person, I break all laws of science. Ha ha ha, you fucking knobs. Sorry. Um, and if you remember, the X-Files came out during the 90s, and Dana Scully was loved by pretty much everybody, wasn't she? Ah, see, I wish I'd lived in your fucking school, boss. Dana Scully obviously was a redhead, and all the guys loved her, all the nerds loved her. Um, and so girls with red hair, it became a thing. They were like, wow, she looks like she's got hair like Dana Scully. I think it caused a little bit more trouble in our school as well, because guys that wouldn't look at redheaded girls then started looking at redheaded girls, which meant that the other girls, the blondes and the brunettes, kind of got shunned for being, you know, well, basically for being sluts, because they were pretty much sluts. So, Dana Scully, Ed Sheeran, that fucking like. Don't get me wrong. I'm more than happy that Ed Sheeran has managed to make a life out of being a singer-songwriter. But the fact that everyone goes, "Oh, he's a ginger as well," I'm like, "Fuck you, fuck you." Is that a bear up there? Is that a bear up there? Just saw something up there in the hills. No, it's just water. Right, where the this bear is not coming back here, is he? I might jump into a showdown quickly. I'm gonna jump into a showdown and then come back. Whoa, why are these all this? Everything's currently unavailable. Okay, then I'll do a story mission then. That was weird. Um, don't get me started on J. Once again, T1, a T1000 by William Joseph. That's good. I like that. I like that. T1. Oh, okay. Rockstar's having trouble at the moment. Disconnected me. Fine. What about if I go into a shootout series? Let's try that. I'm blonde, my wife's ginger, our kids are going to be an awesome mix. Chances are your kids aren't going to be ginger, boss. They'll probably come out. Well, first off, it depends on who's got the most dominant gene. Like, I'm a redhead, but Dylan has been born with kind of brownish hair with little hints of redness in there. Just little bits, like the color of ginger biscuits. So it's kind of brown. I was a fucking Chris Evans looking motherfucker. I had like a red head. Like, you want them to be ginger, boss, but you also kind of, you got to be careful because they will be noticed and they will bring attention to themselves. When Dylan was growing up, all right, fine, I'll go back on the free roam then if I can't do any quick join. Let's go back on the free roam then. I remember, like when Dylan was growing up, I was kind of afraid he would be born with ginger hair, like I was, and so I said to the wife, I was like, I want him to learn kind of martial arts. I need him I need him to learn to defend himself. And she's like, why? And I'm like, because I don't want him picked on. And she's like, he's not going to get picked on. I'm like, he will, possibly. I don't know. I did when I grew up. So, and I didn't have a dad there teach me how to fight. I had to fucking learn it from the streets. You know, I'm a scrapper. I'm a real fucking scrapper. I didn't want Dylan to do that. I needed Dylan to be ready. I love the fact that red hair as well is like the age old. It's like it comes from Vikings. Like some people say that it comes from. I don't know if it's true or not. Like it's a Viking gene from when they just went around raping and pillaging and shagging everything. So I'm like, hey, that probably is why I get so angry sometimes. That's why redheads get so angry because we want to go in the berserk phase. Um, Dylan is 10. Jay Hines. He's just turned 10 years old last month. 10 years I've kept that boy alive, which is not a bad record for me, actually. I mean, he's second closest to my goldfish. I've kept my goldfish alive for a long time as well. Um, I always knew I was going to keep him alive for a long time. Like I would put my like I would jump in the way of a bullet for that boy. You know, I mean, I know a lot of parents would, a lot of parents, you know, they love their children, they'll do anything to protect them and stuff like that. But I'm really overprotective. I'm really kind of overprotective with my son. And yeah, it's like Jay Hines said, he'll be going to big school soon. And, you know, primary schools aren't ever too bad. Fucking, whoa. Hey, man. How you doing? Hello there, friend. How you doing? Don't do it. Ooh, you fucker. Don't do it. Like, wave. You fucking blow your head away. You know, it's when you get into secondary school. That's when it gets a bit crazy. You know, girlfriends, boyfriends, you know, animals, all that kind of stuff. He might just say his dad is Irish and other children would leave him alone. Yeah, true. What is big school called in the UK? Well, we call it secondary school, really. Um, Big school, basically. You know, it's to prepare you all for your exams, isn't it? It's in preparation for taking the. I'm not gonna get that bear today, am I? Rescue somebody in need. I could find somebody up the top and then come back here. I heard that bear roar earlier. Now I've missed it. Maybe if I put up predator bait. Let's drop some predator bait. Oh shit! Like I heard it again then. Where are you? Where are you, bear? There you are. There you are. There you are. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Sorry, bear. I know. I hate killing bears in this. I really hate killing bears in this game. Like, you bears are not doing anything, and I lured you out and shot you in the face. Like, can you say bastard? You know? Iain, was Dylan ever in a review, and which one? He was. He is in the he's in the regular show review. We also did the Lego Movie review back in the day when that was his first ever review. Um, we did the Lego Movie review for him, and then we lost that one because the file got corrupted. And I was just like, look, I really want to. You know, I said to Gary at the time, I said, look, I really want to make another film review with Dylan, because yeah, partly I get to keep this thing forever. You know, I get to keep this video on there to say, hey Dylan, do you remember when you were like 8 years old and we watched Regular Show the movie together and we did that whole video together? I need to find a road because my fucking horse can't find me. I want to get him in for more. I do want to get him in for more. Like he asked me today actually if he could be in a podcast, and I said no, mainly because like he is only 10, and I still have to keep that whole age restriction thing with him going. Oh, it was the regular show review. It's on there. Regular show, the movie. So, obviously, I'm going to assume that you're being very, very nice, Jay. So obviously, if any nasty comments turn up about my son, like, I'll come to you first. um, yeah, it's like somebody said earlier. Like I have to be protective. Like, oh, what the fuck is wrong there? Like any parent could be, but it was something I set up. Like when I was younger, my dad left when I was younger. Walked out on me and my mum, or they split up. I'm not entirely sure. I can't remember. My mum never really spoke about him like that. So from the age of 6, I had to grow up with just one parent. Wait, sorry. Funny mugtail story. My dad wanted to name me
That's a
Ian, but my mum
strong-looking
named me
Steve
James. So
James
for
short.
6 years of my life, I thought my name was Ian. Hey, funny mugtail. Maybe you're me because weirdly enough, my middle name is James. Maybe we're one and the same person. So, but yeah, no. Where was I? What was I saying? So, like, from the age of 6, my dad wasn't there, so I had to just grow up with just my mum looking after me, and like, I learned a lot from her, but then there's a lot I shouldn't have learned from her. Like, I don't know if anybody else had this when I was younger, but like, there was a time when, as a 8 or 9 year old, you could walk to your local corner shop, and I bought cigarettes for my mum through my local corner shop because at the time, you could. If your local corner shop recognized you and knew your mum, so yeah, I've just seen my whole name come up. I'm like, whoa, who's telling me off? And I always swore that I would never have children because I never wanted to turn out like my mum or my dad. I didn't think I could be responsible enough. All of the trials and tribulations. Never let any of that, never let doubt ever hold you back, because when I met my wife, she'd had children before we got together anyway, and I never expected us to ever still want to have children. But one day she says to me, 2 years into our relationship, "Hey, let's have a baby," and I'm like, "What?" Like I am so happy that Dylan is a boy, because if I'd had a girl, I would be 20 times worse off than I am now. Like, I'm protective of Dylan, and I will, in my nicest, most respectful way, I will kill a motherfucker who fucking steps up to him. Like if anything happened to him or Dylan, and I had no reason to, like, when people say, "Oh, I didn't have any reason to live because they left, because I lost that," that would be the same with me. But because I have no reason to live, I would kill everything else in my path. So hopefully nothing bad happens ever to my family, because then I will just go full Joker. Like if you've seen the new Joker movie and you think Joaquin Phoenix is a bit crazy, you have not seen me when I completely flip. But anyway, it would be 20 times worse if I had a girl as well. If I had a daughter, like every guy that came to the door would end up having that scene from Bad Boys played to them. I'd be up in his face with a gun, like, "Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck is Reggie? How old are you? How old are you? You're 16? Motherfucker, you look at least 30." That would be me. But luckily I had a boy. And I just knew deep down inside that I really had to protect him, but I also, are they, who's shooting at who? Yes, you're shooting at somebody. Somebody's shooting at you. Disturbing wolf. Disturbing wolf, where are you? You are not on my list. There you are, level 18. Yeah, you started trouble. Oh man, sorry. Just knocked that cop down for no reason. What the? Shit, motherfucking. Shit. there's something around here as well. Hey, man. Yeah. I'm gonna go to the butcher. Go to the butcher quick. Oh, there's a guy just chopping up a guy in the middle of the street. Gosh, that's what happened. Um, yeah, no. So I always kind of knew as well that like with Dylan, I really wanted to protect. I really wanted to protect and do all the things that I suppose, like my. Why won't you let me interact with you? Is it because what the technology is just being a pain in the ass today. I really wanted to make sure that Dylan was really taken care of because on the off chance that, um, like, on the off chance that I was to die, like suddenly or wherever, for whatever reason. Not saying that I am going to, but just in case I was going to, I'd like to make sure that Dylan could take care of himself. I wouldn't want him to give up on his life because I'm not there. You know, I didn't do it. Like I didn't give up on my life when my dad left, so I don't expect my son to do the same. Like I am kind of really tough on him, but it's because in a weird way, you know, life is tough. I need him prepared just in case. So. Lol, Ian, I do that for my sister still. She's a lot younger than me, so I love to freak out her boyfriends. Man, I'd love to see Boss, like, actually dressed in his cop uniform. Like, I'm sorry, what's your name? I'm just doing a background check on you. You're not letting me...
I can't spend time on your horse shit.
What? Okay, so you're not letting me interact with you at all. Okay, so I'll just leave you alone then. There was a thing around here as I was riding past earlier when we were riding into town. It was on top of the theater. Yeah, it's on top of the theater. Always on top of the theater. Run up here. Like what I'm gonna find really funny as well is when Dylan brings back his first girlfriend and has to deal with like that, and that girl has to deal with his mother, and the fact that he's got two sisters as well who are a lot older, and they're very like Dylan's sisters are very protective of him. It's always the kind of thing, isn't it? Like brothers are protective of sisters, and sisters are protective of brothers. It's and it's like the same with parents. Like dads are protective of their daughters, but not so protective of their sons. But mums are protective of their sons, but not so much of their daughters. Um, I'm great with my nieces and nephews. They love me to pieces, but I don't think I will ever have any of my own. I'm fine with that. Never say never. I cannot tell you the amount of time I've had so much fun with being a dad. With like I said, like going back to Christmas, like Christmas might not seem a great thing for some people, but I love waking up and seeing Dylan's face, on Christmas Day. I love. They're just shooting up this fucking town, aren't they? I love seeing the kids' faces, see all the presents, and I'm like, that's what I love about Christmas,
We gotta have a lawman down here.
Sorry, I've just seen Aaron J's comment, and so I figured I'd jump in on that one. I'm a terrible human being. Sorry, I'm just setting up my camp as well. I'm a terrible human being. I wish I cared about my nephew, but I just don't. See now, Aaron J, like, you can't be a terrible human being. Did you just try to set my fucking horse on fire? Who's this? Who's this coming towards me? He looks mean. Exile. Oh, he's level 59. Don't do it. He's not interested in me. That's right. I mean, you say you're a terrible person, terrible human being, but I mean, there are a lot of terrible people out there. You know, there are a lot of terrible people, and if you're not doing half of those horrible things that those people are doing, you're not a terrible human being. You may not care about your nephew, but have you even tried to spend time with him? I mean, like not forced, not like somebody said, "Oh, you have to look after him," and you've had to reluctantly do it. But have you ever actually gone, "Hey, you know what? Today I'm
Thoughts are looking
gonna
good.
I'm gonna take him out for an ice cream." Try doing
Good
that,
stuff.
you know,
Well,
because
anything's better than nothing.
a lot of the time human
Very
beings
nice.
always need to
I suppose this
overcome
will
a
do.
challenge. Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you.
At the same time, I mean, how
This is
old is your
good
nephew?
quality.
Is he young? Is he old? Is he? Nah, not interested. Send him to me when he's old enough to be interesting. See, now I'm gonna pop that out. I'm gonna pop that out now, Aaron J. That's kind of wrong, you know. Mainly because he's interesting now. He's 2. He is seeing the world from such a different place that this is your chance to see you later, funny Magatao. This is your chance to you know to kind of maybe help show him certain things that he may not be being shown by other people. You know, like my stepdaughter's children. Um, like I have two grandchildren, two step grandchildren, um, and I wasn't too sure how I would be around them when they were born. But because I had Dylan at the time, like Dylan was 1, going on 2 when his niece was born, because it's his sister, it's Dylan's sister's daughter, which is kind of really weird. And they came round to the house, and I was just like, how am I supposed to do this? How am I supposed to take care of these children, kind of thing? Um, and then what actually happened was I actually just started to hang out with them, and they started to really like hanging out with me. You know, like the last time they came down, I was doing the challenge streaks on Red Dead, like as I'm doing now, playing Red Dead, and they would watch me just sit there and you know, they went back to their dad and they said to their dad, they're like, oh, like we watched granddad play Xbox, and their dad was like, what was he playing? You know, worried that I was playing violent games around them. And they said, oh, he was playing that new cowboy game. And because their dad is a gamer as well, you know, he was like, oh, well, no, that's absolutely fine. You know, that's absolutely fine to be playing that game because it's not violent. It's not like I'm playing Call of Duty or Grand Theft Auto. You know, I was spending a lot of my time hunting. You know, so his daughters were going back, going, "Hey, we've seen how to skin rabbits." You know, and it's like, yeah, you know, I'm kind of showing them the future. Jay Hines, Ian, at what age would you expect Dylan smoking his first cigarette if he was ever to try it? He's probably smoking already behind Ian's back. Hey, fuck you, boss. I would. I wouldn't actually try to put an age on it really because you know, when you're that age, you hang out, don't you? You know, you hang out with friends and they start smoking and they get you to try it. I'd prefer him not to start smoking until he was at least 16, 17, because obviously the sooner you start it, the longer the effects are. So if Dylan started smoking at the age of 13 and I found out, I'd be getting him off those motherfuckers as quickly as I could to say, you're destroying your lungs right now. Wait until you're in your 20s, then destroy your fucking lungs. I didn't actually start smoking until I was 19. And I know that seems really, really late. Like, what? Um, but it was because my mum instilled, like my mum was a big smoker, and my mum, had always instilled it into me that I shouldn't smoke, that it was bad, even though she was getting me to buy fucking cigarettes for her. Are Linda and I smokers? I am. Linda's not. Linda stopped smoking after her second pregnancy, because she had daughters at an age. Well, as they were growing up, they started to instill the whole, oh, we hate you smoking, it's bad for you, you shouldn't smoke, don't smoke, it's bad. So she stopped smoking. So 19, yeah, I know it's late, but like I said, I wasn't hanging around with cool people doing it because people didn't want to hang around with me, and my mum would have broken my fucking fingers if she ever caught me smoking. Um, so I didn't actually start properly smoking until I'd gotten to an age where, like, I was arguing with my mum and saying, look, you can't hold me down, you can't hold me back, you can't tell me not to do something and then do it yourself, God. um, I'm gonna try it. And then I tried it and I was like, oh man, this is not very, it tastes like shit. But then before you know it, you're in the pub, you're drinking, you have a cigarette, you start getting slowly addicted to it, and then all of a sudden, I don't smoke now. I haven't smoked properly cigarettes since May. Saying that, that's a bit of a lie. I had one on Saturday, but then that was just one. Do you ever want to quit? I do want to quit tobacco. I have quit tobacco. Um, but I do prefer to relax, shall we say, using inverted air commas, not to point out too much because boss is obviously a police officer and I don't want to be arrested. I do like to recreational smoke, um, if you know what I mean. So obviously I really want to cut, I've really attempted to cut tobacco out, but to kind of keep the other. No, it's not legal, Anakin. Anakin, it's not legal over here yet, and so obviously I am still illegally procuring it, shall we say. I have recently, though, wanted to meet people who, like, social groups. You get social groups of people who get together, like horror movie enthusiasts and cosplayers and furries and doggers and all these different people who get together. I want to meet the group that are that obviously like to do the recreational kind of thing. I want to meet that group. I was saying this to a friend of mine at the weekends, is that I would like to actually meet the proper people, so that I don't feel like, I'm 37 now. I don't want to be the guy who has to try to hang out in a dark alleyway somewhere waiting for somebody to meet me at 8:30 at night, because they're obviously helping me. I don't want that anymore. I don't want that. What I want to do... Oh, there's a bear. Shot another bear. He shot another bear! Yay! I want to meet the people who obviously support the people. I want to meet the guy who fucking helps out Snoop Dogg. I want to meet the guy who helps supply Be Real from fucking Cypress Hill. I want to meet those guys. Jay likes to watch a film and recreational. Boss is not a part of Interpol yet. Yeah, I want to meet those guys, because I feel as I'm getting older as well. Obviously, the use of marijuana is becoming slightly less frowned upon and more kind of you know, they're wanting to actually help, aren't they? You know, um, like I read somewhere on the internet over the weekend that you can order it. Like there are websites that you can sign up to. You order what you want. They send it through the post to you, which I think is fucking amazing. Um, and you pay for it in Bitcoin transactions. Now, as a person who isn't very internet versed, shall we say, obviously I've not signed up to any of these because, oh shit, some of them are obviously fake and you can just lose a bunch of money. Um, but I think it's a great idea. Like I don't understand why the governments of the world don't do more for it because you could make so much money. You know, there are tow websites. Tow. I don't even know what a tow website is, Anakin. Um, but like I said, I don't want to be that guy anymore, hanging out in a fucking alleyway at fucking God knows what time. Like not like I've done that recently, but you know what I mean. Back in the day when you used to. I don't want to do that anymore. I'm too old for that shit. I just want to, like, I want to be able to walk into a store, buy some, and go home. I remember I had a smoke once and put on Passion of the Christ. Big mistake. Yeah, that'll do it. That will do it. I mean, I had the idea a while ago where it's a case of like the governments of the world should hand out membership cards, right? So here we go, right? So the governments of the world legalize marijuana, but they legalize it where they still control it. They grow it. They grow it. They distribute it. Something nearby. And they sell it in their shops. Um, they don't exceed the price too much, but um, they don't exceed it. They don't exceed the price too much because they're able to tax it, just like they tax tobacco. Tor, you pay with bitcoins and receive coordinates and a photo of a hidden treasure. Oh, like Red Dead. Like if I was playing Red Dead, it's like follow this map. That would be great. Um, yeah, so the governments of the world, they take control of it. They sell it in there. They grow it. They they um, they protect it with their own forces. You know, the soldiers or army or whatever they want to use to obviously protect the websites, the sites that they use. And then you cannot just go and. I'm not saying that anybody can just go in the shops and buy it. What you need to do, right, is you sign up for a membership card. Now, this membership card, um, Ian, that's actually being discussed at high levels. It'd be a good way to run cartels and drug runners out of business. Yeah, totally, right? But to keep on board with it, so you're just not making a mass epidemic of people just going out and buying weed all the time, right? You have to sign up through the government's websites for a membership card. Now, this membership card will be given to you once you've cleared a couple of things. First off, you've got to give your name, your email address. You have to have an actual place of residence, somewhere that you've actually been living longer than, say, 3 to 6 months, you know, so that you're not just buying it and just fucking selling it. Because that's another thing. You don't want to sell it to somebody who's just going to go and sell it on to somebody else. So everybody who buys it has this membership card so you can keep track of it. The membership card is scanned every time you go into the shops, and because it's scanned, they're able to not only keep track of who you are, but also keep track of how much you're buying. So, for example, if I had a card, I walked into a shop on a Friday night and I bought an ounce of marijuana, went home with it. They've scanned my card. I paid the cash. I bought it. I've walked out the store with this ounce. I'm not getting stopped. Because legally, if I'm stopped by a police officer, I pull out my card, I say, here you go, I'm actually blah, blah, blah. And they'll be like, oh, okay, legally he can buy this. But obviously, if I did something with that out, and then I went into the store again, say the next day, they'd be able to go, "Oh, sorry, sir, but we're keeping track of this." That's a lot of regulation. Now, yes, it's a lot of regulation, but you need regulation. Rules and restrictions. Rules and restrictions have to be moderated. It's the same with like Aaron J just brought up. We need a less moralistic view of things like drugs and prostitution. Yes, but prostitution is a little bit more difficult um, because obviously that involves the well, I mean, selling your body for sex is well, yeah. I mean, I suppose you've got escorts. Escorts have licenses. Escorts have their own businesses. Um, you have to obviously be part of, like, I don't know, a union to be able to sign up for the escort site. Um, but you'll be able to keep, like I said, you'll be able to keep track of it. The money that you spend on the marijuana would go to the store, which would then go back to the government. And then the government would have more money to spend on paying the cultivators and the armed forces that you're using to protect it, and it would just go around in a big circle, and nobody would have to buy it off the street anymore. So, Iain, what's your thoughts on Bray Wyatt the Fiend? I believe if handled well, he could become the next Undertaker character. I believe the same thing, Matt Midgley. I think that's what they're aiming for him to be. It's like they're comboing him with Mankind. You know, he's the masked crazed person when he comes out. I was very surprised they gave him the title. Like, they should have given him the title at Hell in a Cell, but I don't think they were going to give it to him too early. And then it kicked up a big storm, and then all of a sudden he won the title. And now he's got the SmackDown title, which I hope he holds on to for a little while, because they need to build up this big feud. Selling is legal. We're all prostitutes. It's just that 90% of us just sell our time and not our bodies. I don't think I'm a prostitute. I've only slept with people I've been in relationships with, so I've never ever sold myself for any reason. I've never had a one night stand. I mean, the only time I ever thought I was going to have a one night stand, I ended up marrying the woman. It's a crazy story. I mean, she told me that night, she said, "I don't want anything serious." And I was like, "Okay, sweet, I get to have a one night stand." And then 2 days later, she's like, "Do you want to get together?" And I'm like, "Okay, that's not a one night stand." So, I don't understand why prostitution is legal. Selling is legal. Fucking is legal. So why isn't it illegal? Why isn't it legal to sell fucking? George Carlin. I think it's just the way it's. I think it's the way it's done as well, actually, because it gets such a bad view. There are so many people out there exploiting. And if you are exploiting something for your own personal gain, it makes it look really, really bad. So, like I said, like drug dealers, they're exploiting people who have addictions to just sell them the drugs, even if the drugs aren't the best, and it just makes it look bad. Same with prostitutes. They're exploiting women who have been kidnapped and bullied and bitched up. Gonna take the dog for a walk. You can all breathe a sigh of relief now. Well, I'll be heading off in about 12 minutes anyway, Aaron J. So you take it easy. You have a good day. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Boss loves busting pimps. The girls are usually in trouble. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, that's what I was meaning about escorts. Like, you can, like, an escort can be a man or a woman, but they've legally they've properly put themselves forward and said, yes, this is what I want to do for a living. I want to sell my body for sex because the money's good, and I think I've got a sweet ass, so somebody's going to pay a lot of money for my sweet ass. When you force somebody into it and chain them to a bed and fill them full with drugs against their will, that's when it's kind of bad. So, thanks for recommending Scaring Me to Sleep on Spotify. I've been listening ever since. Oh man, Matt Mitchley, thank you. Shelby Scott has got a voice on her, hasn't she? Like, I had to stop listening for a while because I'm like, this woman's ending up in my head. Um, but it's such brilliant to listen to. Hey, Adam Garrick, Ian, do you like Black Sabbath? Yes, I do like Black Sabbath. I like Black Sabbath and I like Ozzy Osbourne on his own. Um, I think I was an Ozzy fan before I was a Sabbath fan. Where is it down here? And so it was just a case of just very easily just falling into that little realm then where like I'm listening to Ozzy and then I'm hearing Sabbath. I'm like, man, this is really good. Ian, have you tried the new Terminator Resistance game? No, is it out? I didn't think that. Like, I'd seen videos of it, but I didn't know it was. I didn't think it was like out. I mean, if it is, then they fucking rushed the shit out of that, and it's probably terrible. Um, there's nobody around here, so there's nobody to save. Nobody to save. Right, okay, what we're going to do is we're going to sell this bear pelt, so we're going to head back down to Sonderney. Where's Sonderney down there? Go get to the butchers, and the butcher's down there. By the time we get to the butchers, it'll probably be signing off time. Watch out, there's fogs all over the place. Beware, there's something in the fog. The mist. Ian, have you tried? Yes, at least here. Oh, is it over in Hungary, is it? What's it like, boss? Is it any good? I would do it if I could myself. Sell myself. So, William, Joseph, you'd sell... William and Jay would both sell their bodies? Or sell weed? I can't really tell. Hey, you know what? Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. I mean, nowadays, jobs, you can be anything you want to be. You can do anything you want to do as long as you don't hurt anybody. And, Jay, William, if you want to do that, then totally, don't be afraid of it. Look into it. But don't stand on street corners like fucking Band of Gold style and, get taken into dark alleyways and shit like that. You should definitely look it up. Hey, William Joseph, there will definitely be a woman out there who would buy your time, because you know what? For every man who has that mindset that no woman wants to be with him, there's at least one woman who has the exact same mindset. I don't expect you to fall in love. Like I wanted to do it when I was younger, actually. When I was in like mid-20s. I remember it was after I'd just seen Deuce Bigelow, Male Gigolo, right? And I realized then that you're not selling your body like some people you get with escort wise may not want to have sex. They just kind of want to hang out with somebody because, like you just said, nobody wants to hang out with them. So when I was younger, I was like, I just watched Derek Juice Bigelow, Male Gigolo, and I was the kind of same thing. I was just like, no, girls don't want to have sex with me. And then after watching that film, I was like, hey, maybe it's not sex I should be trying to get with the girls. Maybe it's just company. Maybe I should just try hanging out with them. Because there are some girls out there who aren't really into sex. Sex comes after a while. Sex comes after a while. Company, though, is like all the time. Like, you want to hang out with somebody. You just want to watch films, and I suppose that's kind of a weird way about how like Linda and I got together. Yeah, we did sleep with each other the very first night we got together, but I made her laugh. I was hanging out with her. I was being respectful because part of me didn't have any thought. I had no idea in my head. Like, I really wanted to sleep with her, but I had no idea in my head that she would even give me the time of day. So instead of coming across as a creepy individual, I complimented on how beautiful she looked. I made her laugh. There's something nearby. I made her laugh, and then where is it? Is it in here? And then the rest of the evening, like, yeah, we slept with each other, but then we were just talking about films, and part of me just realized that she just wanted somebody to talk to listen to, you know. She, you know, my my wife was going through a bit of a terrible time, and I didn't know what to say or do, but she just needed company. There's something in here, isn't it? I can take that beer bottle in a minute. Is that up the stairs? I'm gonna check to see if it's up the stairs. It's really wonderful. So yeah, I would definitely say to you guys, like, if you guys go, like, I might as well sell my body to get with women, you should, because there will be a woman out there. There's a woman out there who would look at you and go, wow, you are really good looking. You are really amazing. And you'd be overcome with it. Boss, hopefully you didn't make her laugh while sleeping with her. Sorry, I had to do it. No, but I did once make a girl cough during sex, which was a bit weird. Well, I didn't make her cough. Like I didn't blow smoke in her face or something. But she did cough, and everything kind of clenched in weird places, which was kind of weird. That's an image for you. Yeah, everyone does want to be heard, and like, you may not consider yourself to be very, very sexual. Oh shit! I just rode right into that goddamn tree. But like I said, you don't even have to. There might be just somebody out there who wants to spend time with you. I'm not really going to do that, though. I haven't given up on myself completely just yet. Hell no, Jay. No, nobody should ever give up on themselves. I'm a big firm believer that, people say, well, I have self-esteem problems. You have self-esteem problems because people have beaten the shit out of you over time with their own self-esteem problems. But you need to be able to stand up and look yourself in the mirror and go, hey, you know what? I'm still standing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And just keep going, Happened to me, but instead of coughing, my girl sneezed. Like I'm hoping she wasn't giving you head at the time, because that would have been like, ooh. Yeah, she coughed. The girl coughed, Jay. William, sorry. The girl coughed on me, and everything clenched. It was really weird. So, right, okay, gotta get to the butcher's. Last couple of minutes before midday, and then that is it for me for today, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank you all for joining me this morning. Fist bumps for everybody. Boom, 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 going down the list. Fist bumps for William, Joseph, Jay, Boss. Who else was in there? Aaron J. Even though Aaron J was a little bit negative, but we need to just positively bring Aaron J down up a little bit. We need to bring that guy up a bit. Matt Midgley, Adam Garrick. I want to fist bump you all. I want to thank you all for joining me this morning. Hopefully, if all goes well, I will be back on tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. as long as everything goes wrong. Hello, William Nance. Obviously, I will be back on to keep my streak going and to keep conversations going with you guys. I mean, like I said, all the technical issues I had today, I will try to kind of get them all fixed, but most of the time I can't do a goddamn thing. They just happen. Like I said, as soon as you see the notifications, you'll see me on. If life comes along, Alex. Okay, Anakin. I'll call you Alex, by the way. But I like the name Anakin. I mean, I know it probably means Alex in Russian, but it looks Anakin in the chat, so kind of Star Wars-ish.
yes, obviously, if life comes along and kicks me in the nuts and makes me have to do anything major, then obviously I won't be on. But I will definitely be on to keep the streak going, and then you'll see me pop on another day. We are on 190 days, ladies and gentlemen. We are 10 days away from making 200 days continuous streak. Yeah, baby. Right, I need to. I want
What
to
can I
sell
do
you my
for
bear
you?
pelt. Can I sell you my bear pelt even though Artex is behind you? Like, most of the time you won't. Yep, there we go. Sell that. Look at the screen. I want to
Thanks for
thank
that,
everybody,
little
like I
bear.
said, for joining me this morning. Or their hat tipping for you. I'm going to do a little dance for you as well. I hope you all have a brilliant day, and I will catch you later. Fist bumps!